Alright, so today we finally have some stuff to talk about in the tropics. It's been a little bit quiet, but we still don't have anything in the next 5 days. But here at Lasty News, we are marking two areas of potential development in the next 5 days. One with 20% chance in the Caribbean, and one with around 10% chance off the coast of like Florida and Georgia. So those two areas are being marked, and we will soon be starting to make maps and stuff like that, like those ones. So do watch out for those. They'll be coming very soon, and we will update you guys when that has happened. But those are the two areas of potential development in the next 5 days based on our analysis. First of all, looking at Dabu here on Twitter, we do see a couple of different things happening. So first off, we finally have some kind of spin in that Caribbeans that we have marked with 20% chance of forming. You see him show that spin off, and it's kind of very disorganized, but it could potentially do something as it moves and maybe get a little bit better organized in the next couple of days. We also have the European model showing a spin off of the like Florida and Georgia coast, which is where we marked it as a 10% chance of development based on our analysis. So those are the only really thing happening. What else have we got? We also, so that's still like the kind of spin we were seeing going on. And it's still been going on since then. We also had some kind of stuff happening there. But our main thing happening right now is this kind of spin trying to form in the Caribbean right now. So that's what we're looking the most at the moment. If we go to Western Atlantic, which is really where we're going to be seeing all development in June. Again, you do see like this area of moisture kind of around here spreading. Right now, it's a little bit more to the south of that. It's around here right now, but that's going to be starting to move a little bit northwest in the next couple of days. And see, it becomes a little bit more and more moisture as we get in the next couple of days. Now, it does dissipate out, but we still could have the potential for something that could potentially happen with this. We're just going to have to see if that does happen. But in the next couple of days, again, not much happening. Just lots of moisture. Maybe that area right here trying to do something. But otherwise, it's just lots of like moisture just hanging around in the Caribbean, especially the south sides of the Caribbean. That's the spin that was shown by the GFS, just coming off the coast right here. So we're gonna have to see if anything does happen. It also shows some kind of system trying to form. Could be the same one, just moving, kind of like southeast, southwest. So will we see something happen? Possibly, mostly unlikely. The Caribbean one down here, maybe like 10% chance. That one up there, I mean, I don't really see this developing into anything up there. But it hasn't finished rendering out, so we'll see if they do show anything forming in the 360 hours and stuff like that. But right now, very, very quiet, it seems like, according to all of this. European model, again, showing that. Let me just go back. So that's like the subsystem that we had for a while that was marked with like 20% chance of forming. Really did never formed, but it was there. Where's that spin-off? There we go. That's the spin-off that both the GFS and the European model shows coming off the coast right here. So it's still a possibility that we do see form into something. That's the second little kind of maybe spin up, but it's just overall very quiet, it seems like. But the the European model in 240 hours does show lots of like morticity down here. So that does show that we could be seeing something with this potentially, because the GFS doesn't go that far quite yet. But see, it actually shows a low pressure system forming in the South Caribbean. So that's why I'm putting those like 30% chance of something forming, not necessarily in the next 5 days. But I feel like our next Dolly, I just feel like Dolly is going to form in the South Caribbean with this. Where's that spin up that the GFS showed? Or, not the GFS. Okay. But yeah, I do feel like we could really be seeing some kind of development, happen. And here again, CMC also shows it, believe it or not, shows that same exact system. forming right here. So that's like three model kind of hinting something potentially forming in the Caribbeans with this. Um, so we are gonna see if that's gonna be something that actually becomes like develops into anything or not. But again, look at that. This model also shows some high waves in South Caribbean. So they're all hinting at something. Again, will it happen? Will it not? It's hard to tell at the moment. But we do know they're all showing some potential development. Again, look at that low pressure down here. So all the models are showing some signs of potential development happening with this, which is what we're still not getting out of that potential chance of that development happening. If we look at the Western Atlantic, that's the area with that spin up happening, with that low pressure system trying to do something. That was the area that was marked as a 10% chance a couple days ago, which is looking a little bit better on those late frames. But it's getting more and more disorganized. See, right now it just got a lot more disorganized. But look at this part right here, most organized as it gets right in that North Caribbean. Because we see this develop into anything right here? That wave completely dissipated, but it's not looking too good. Not much of development. We do have that sort of weird wave thingy. Cuba's getting hit with some pretty major silver weather. But I think, the best chance for development for Dolly is going to be again in this Caribbean Sea. We're just going to have to see if that does end up happening or not at this point. Because it's not too likely, but it's likely at the same time. So, in terms of the 3.4 region, it's currently, what do you call it? Oh my god, it's not a La Nina, it's not an El Nino, it's like neither. I don't remember how you call it. But this is like the El Nina like border. If it gets under like I think it's like 0.5 or 0.4. So it was a La Nina for like a week, 2 weeks. And now it's back to a moderate neither. I just sorry I can't remember. Tell me in the comments how you say it. But this entire part was an El Nino. Then it was like nothing, El Nino, and we're back to just nothing. Don't remember how to call it, but I think you get what I'm trying to say. In terms of like stuff, weather and stuff, it's pretty warming overall. In the Atlantic Ocean, it's cooling down in the Caribbean or Gulf of Mexico, but that's because of Cristobal when it passed. But that's pretty much it for what we have today. We're looking for Dolly in the Caribbean in the next couple of days. And also, by the way, while we're at it, do subscribe to my second channel, Lasty Gaming. We're at 246 subs. And let's get it to like 250 by today, hopefully. Yeah, so I'm going to be uploading a lot more on there, so go subscribe.